Good evening, welcome to the Fortnightly report. Today I have Complete. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Glad to have you, bro. All the way from Perth.
Yep.
So let's get into it. So, what was your intro into rap? What was the first rapper or rap song you remember hearing?
Man, I was primary school, obviously Eminem.
Yeah.
Just started popping off and kind of just got hooked on that. And then I had a few mates listening to hip hop too, and they just showed me everything they were listening to. But it's pretty much the Eminem 50 Cent era, all that.
Yeah.
That kind of.
And that's what got you into it?
Yeah.
And so then, at what point did you decide that you wanted to start rapping yourself?
Then.
As soon as you heard that, as soon as you seen them, you knew that's what I want to be. I want to be a rapper.
Yeah, year 6, bro. That was the time.
So how'd you get your name Complete?
Fuck. So when I was younger, I used to try to graph. I was fucking terrible at it, and I wrote best, but even though I was fucking worst. So when I started rapping, I was like, oh well, fuck. What do I do with my name now? So I think complete package is like the step above best.
Yeah.
So complete package is just a fucking cocky name, really.
So when you decided to rap, what was your knowledge of the Perth rap scene? Did you know? Have you heard of any rappers or?
Yeah. Well, when I went to high school, year 8. That's when lots of people were playing Draft and Downside and Hunter and stuff.
Yeah, so they'd been doing stuff for a few years before you started.
Yeah, so lots of SBX stuff was getting played in Perth.
And at that time, what would you say made the Perth rap scene unique? What was unique about it?
Well, the sound is unique, but also just the kind of community too. Because Perth's so small, everyone is so close.
Yeah.
Every rapper is pretty chilled with every other rapper, and all very supportive.
In the early days, what were the rap shows like? Because I've been to Perth a handful of times, and you cunts get rowdy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is that just a typical thing for Perth cunts to be rowdy?
Pretty much, bro. Yeah. It's fucking yeah.
So when you first started to rap and you set on your name and you thought what was the message that you wanted to bring to rap? Did you have a message or
Man,
were you just?
I just wanted to tell my story, and I got really sick when I was year 9, year 8.
Yeah.
And it just turned into a kind of a therapeutic thing as well. I got diagnosed with panic disorder, and I pretty much couldn't leave the house for 6 months. I was a bit agoraphobic and stuff like that.
So this was in your high school years?
Yeah.
And was this something that was triggered or just?
Yeah, it was fucking just drugs and booze and shit. And then one night I just went too hard and got my first major panic attack. Ended up in hospital and shit.
Did you identify the signs of the panic attack at the time?
I didn't know what it was, bro.
You just thought you were dying or something?
Yeah, I thought I was dying, bro.
And so you went to the doctors and they diagnosed you with?
Yeah, panic disorder, because the panic just kept coming, man. Just panic attacks constantly.
And what did you use to medicate?
Well, man, back then it was just I got diagnosed prescribed antidepressants and fucking valleys and shit.
Yeah.
But throughout the years I've kind of
tried to back away.
Yeah, and just gotten used to it, man, and therapy obviously. But
so a lot of people out there have, they might not know specifically what they're diagnosed with because everything's got a term, and as we've gone on, all these new fucking terms have popped up. But do you think the way that they try to prescribe drugs to you helped you, or did you think this is just something that you have to learn to face?
Yeah,
yourself?
It's definitely something you need to learn to face yourself, because it just masks it, for a bit, but it doesn't solve the problem. And that's why therapy kind of is cool too, because it helps, on that side of things, just to.
Yeah, because in your music you touch on mental health a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot. Do you think putting that into lyrics and creating something with it has also been a form of therapy?
Yeah, for sure, man. It's always been my best coping strategy, just kind of talking about the shit I'm going through on a beat.
Venting it, and then when you get that artistic touch to it, it's even more rewarding.
It's rewarding, having people relate to, and makes you kind of feel less alone with it all too. It's oh fuck, I'm not the only crazy one. There's heaps of people going through this shit.
So when you first started rapping, were you solo? Were you in a crew? Were you?
Yeah, I was solo, and I started battling on a site called Let's Beef.
Alright.
And just text battles and shit.
Yeah.
And I met my friend Defect on there, who's from Perth, and his brother is Sever. So I met them boys, and we formed the Cycle, which is our crew.
Yeah.
And as the years went on, you know, met a few other Perth dudes like at the same time, and just started the crew.
And so to get on back in the day when you first started, what was it, just open mics and battles, or basically?
Well, bro, yeah, man, I started really early, so I was like fucking 15 going to gigs and shit. Like my first gig was 15, and I'd have to take my mum with me just to fucking perform.
And who was playing that night?
Just some local Perth dudes. So Freak Styles was the headliner, and for my first show ever.
Yep.
And yeah, just a few of the Perth boys.
Do you get a lot of artists coming out to Perth, or do they tend not to make that travel?
What artists?
Like US artists?
Yeah, no, we get missed out on quite a bit.
So the local scene is more like thrives a bit more on itself.
Yep. I mean, fuck, we had Eminem this year, which was crazy.
Yeah.
Never thought he would come to Perth. But
Yeah. Did you go to that show?
Yeah.
And what was that like?
Oh, fucking amazing, man.
So what's the capacity for Perth for that concert?
Optus Stadium. Fuck, I'm actually not sure, man, but it'll be in the probably 20, 30,000 or something.
So that's probably the record for a rapper to ever come to Perth.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. So once you did the open mics and battles, you started doing mixtapes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Is that around the time you did like Bloodstained Nikes and stuff like that?
Yeah, that was off my first mixtape, Panic Disorder.
And that's become a bit of an underground classic. Like, did you expect that to happen at the time?
No, not at all, man. That was the song I least expected to go well on that mixtape, but
sometimes that's how it is, eh?
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember hearing it back in the day and stuff. And the good thing about your career is you've been very consistent. So you've been doing this for a minute now, but over time your consistency is stayed the same or got better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know, like with songs like Vapor of Darkness, who were you talking to?
That's my friend Oz, who when we were starting off too, he was like working with us quite a bit, making music.
Yeah.
And he passed away unfortunately, and so yeah, that song's to him.
Yeah. And then so you've got songs where you're talking to him. Did he
He committed suicide.
He committed suicide. Yeah. So this is a topic that you touch on a lot. So with something like Vapor of Darkness, and then you got songs like Jordan.
Yeah.
Like, is it how do you approach this? Like, is this what's going through your mind when you're writing these songs? Are you actually in a suicidal mind state, or you would just?
Yeah, man, I get into some fucking pretty deep states sometimes, and that's especially with Jordan and Vapor of Darkness was like I had that weighing on my mind heavy for a long time, you know, and that was just
came from the heart.
Yeah. And Jordan, I was in a pretty shitty state, but I was like, fuck, I can't just keep fucking rapping the same every time. I need to make it a bit more unique.
Yeah.
So I thought, let's do it. Let's try something a bit different.
Because it is pretty dark. Do you think music saved your life?
Yeah, for sure.
So from your early stuff to your later stuff, you mentioned a lot about alcohol abuse and stuff like that. And what's that latest song you got? Roses?
Roses, yeah.
I was listening to it today, and I think it's the first song I've heard that sounds like a Aussie pub rap song.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Aussie pub rap song.
So it's almost like it's got like a 80s, you know what I mean? Like with the chorus, like it's Aussie, it's like rock, like it's got that feel to it.
Yeah, it's different, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah.
I think you've done something special with that. That's great.
Oh man, it was funny because it was just a fucking throwaway track too. The same Bloodstained Nikes thing didn't expect it to go as well as it did, you know what I mean? But
like it's so Aussie, like it just gives me that Aussie pub feel. That's just what I got from it.
That's
dope.
That's sick.
So like you touch on alcohol abuse a lot. Like when did you first start abusing alcohol? Where's the line between drinking alcohol and abusing it?
Yeah, well, fuck, man. Like it's funny, when I was sick when I was younger, I hardly even drank because it would make the panic a bit worse.
Yeah.
So I drink light beers and shit.
Yeah.
But then I had a breakup when I was like 17, and it kind of fucked me up a bit, and I just turned to the booze because I don't necessarily like fucking with other drugs.
That was your go-to.
Yeah. And fucking and it just got carried away, and then because it chills me out a bit, you know, and like with the panic thing, I'm a very anxious dude.
Yeah. So anything that you can lean to help.
Yeah, and it just makes me feel normal, so it turned into an issue then.
So at what point did it go from helping to abuse, and like what's some of the things that it did, like, because you took a break from
drinking? Man, the breaks are just fucking consistent, so I did a whole year once.
Yeah.
But then since then it's just like 3 months on, 3 months off.
Yeah.
A month on, month off, just
it's still a battle.
Yeah, So, especially in the music industry, you know, it's fucking everywhere. So it's kind of hard to.
That's one of the very hardest things. You know what I mean? We go to these concerts, we go backstage. They're throwing us free drinks. They're literally throwing them on. You know what I mean? So like, I've had my issues with fucking alcohol and drinking too much, and then, but being an entertainer, it's very, very hard to dodge it. Like they're literally throwing free drinks at you, and saying take as much as you can.
For sure.
And fucking it is very hard.
Yeah, man. It's a rock and roll lifestyle, bro.
100%. And then, so going off that touring, so like we've toured together on Curse's earlier tours and stuff like that, and you've got a tour with Mercury's coming up.
Yep.
And you just did the stuff with Hilltop last night.
Yeah, that was sick. Yeah.
Tell the fans, like, what was that like?
The Hilltops?
Yeah.
Man, that was mental. So they hit me up kind of like a month ago, asking if I'll jump up for Cosby Sweater in Perth. Yeah. I was like, oh fuck yeah. And it turns out I'm not going to be in Perth, I'm going to be in Adelaide. So I'm like, shit. But I was like, oh, well, I'm going to be in Sydney around the same time as their Sydney show. Maybe I'll just put it out there.
Yeah.
And I said that, and they're like, fuck yeah, if you're in Sydney, jump up.
It would have been a surreal feeling.
Oh, man, yeah. It was one of the craziest moments of my life, bro.
Crazy. So shout out to Hilltop. They've been doing very well for many years and setting a great example for others to lead.
For sure.
So with touring as well, like, who else have you toured with? Like,
well, Merc is the main one. We toured with Merc last year, and obviously Curse, we've done heaps of shit with too, man. He's always kind of looked out for us since day dot.
Yeah.
And
I remember I think the first time I went to Perth, we did the show, and then afterwards, I don't know where the fuck we were, but the place was fucking packed. And then some cunt was being a smartass. He said that, like, it was in the air in Perth. It was like, it reminded me of the old King's Cross. I was walking down the street and some cunt just looks at me and goes, what the fuck are you looking at? And I'm like these people all want to fight. You know what I mean? Like, these cunts all want to fucking punch on. Like, I'm like, alright. So the cunt said something and I said something back to him. And I remember like turning my head and I seen a paddy wagon and you just ran past me and just hit this cunt or fucking got into a fight with him. And then like within 2 seconds the cops had grabbed you. You got arrested that night?
No, man. I remember just me and Jay talking about it. It was just fucking hilarious. So I went up to the cunt and I swung, but I completely missed. I was that fucked up, bro. And just, it was like, the stupidest thing ever. And then the cops just came straight away and fucking had to go, but they let us.
Yeah, because I remember looking at the cunt and I turned and I looked and I seen by that time you'd gone because I just, like, you know, you got to be aware of your surroundings, but
But no, that was a crazy night, bro.
Yeah, I was wondering if you remember that. That was probably about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I remember the cunt, he said something, he called me gay or something. I said, look at you, you got the fucking shirt that looks like Elton John would wear or something, and then that was it, it was on.
Random dickheads, man.
So what's your beef with Ronald McDonald?
Oh shit, bro, I literally just got sick of them fucking up my order.
Like, they're just repetitively, like,
no pickles.
Is it just Perth Macca's or is it Australia-wide?
Australia-wide, I mean, fuck, I won't lie, like, I do enjoy the late night McDonald's every now and then, but it makes my blood boil when they fuck the order up. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to diss these motherfuckers.
So you started with mixtapes. How many mixtapes have you done?
Well, we did the Psych Ward one, Daddy's Cold Fingers, Panic Disorder, Paranoia Prison, While We Wait, and that's pretty much it. Now I've got the album coming, but I also made one when I was like fucking 15 called Disturbing Reality, but like
hard to find.
3 copies for my friends. That was about it, bro.
It's rare, so if you got it,
American accent, fucking and all of it.
And album-wise, what have you released?
This will be my first official album.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then how much time is this like your whole career prepared yourself for this album?
Pretty much, man.
So I'm sure it's going to be next level.
Yeah, I hope so, man.
How many tracks you got on it?
17.
How many features?
Fucking shit. About 5 of the tracks were features, I think.
Yeah. And who are they? Can you say? Or?
Yeah. I just announced it tonight before coming out.
No.
It's got Mitchos, K21, Sever, the whole Psych Ward crew, and Draft, Greeley, Bit of Belief, Manners, my auntie.
Your auntie?
Yeah, got singing on a hook.
Alright.
Yeah.
And who produced the project?
There's a bunch of different producers. There's like Daz, Disaster from Downside, Rob Shaker, Uncle Sam.
Yeah.
And a few YouTube beats I bought. So
yeah. Fucking twice now I've fucking been around Australia. Once I was in Parramatta and this cunt at a restaurant. Goes, you know, and I was with Chill and one mate. He goes, I know you guys, and he goes, I really like your song, and he goes to me, I go, and I'm going, I got a feeling this guy doesn't know who I am. I go, what song is it you like of me? Like I just, and he goes, the one about the girl, the love song. I said, mate, I don't like fucking love songs. Right? If it's not saying bitch or slut, I go, sing me some, like refresh my memory. I was a bit drunk. I go, tell me some words, and he spat some shit. Yeah. And he goes, and I go, that's not me. That's fucking complete, right? Wow. And now another time I'm in Brisbane, and these cunts are fucking doing some charity shit, and the cunt goes, man, I love your shit, man, fucking love your shit complete. I'm like, oh fuck, this is twice now.
Bro, yeah, I cop it too.
Do you cop what?
Look at
Forte?
Yeah, Forte, yeah, for
Fuck.
Sure. Man, it's you, me and Greeley.
Is it?
We cop it, yeah.
I don't know.
Sesta too. It's just, I don't know what it is.
Wait, so give me your Forte stories. What have they done? Crack addicts and shit.
No, they I just get always comments on photos say, oh, Forte's twin.
So yeah. Fucking hell. Well, you know, could be worse. Could be better. So we'll get into some questions from the fans. Like Blake Buff said, complete what gives you the ability and determination to progress / develop as an artist?
Man, I just since I can remember, this is what I wanted to do, and it's like there's no other option for me. This has to be what my life is. And
you never had a trade before rap, or you never had any.
I worked heaps of shitty jobs, but the plan B thing is like, I feel like if I have a plan B, then I'm not gonna
focus. This is it. I'm doing this.
There shouldn't be a plan B.
It's either I'm getting there or I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's what most successful musicians do. They just pretty much fucking, like Ed Sheeran in the building we're in. He performed on this roof to 50 people about 4 or 5 years ago, and now he's fucking selling out arenas. Yeah. So it's like you really got to throw yourself out there and have a leap of faith almost.
Oh, for sure, man.
And that same guy said, have you found the Perth scene lacks exposure compared to the rest of Oz, and if so, why?
Yeah, I have, and fuck knows why. It's probably because we're so far away. It's weird, like, but I think that's starting to change, man. Like, Perth's starting to make major movies. Like, Shadow's getting the love he deserves. I've been getting the love I deserve. Cogs, it's starting to.
I was feeling the same way about the Sydney scene for years, so I think it's not really, with the demographics now, with the internet, it brings us all so much closer. It's just the quality of music, and it doesn't really matter where you're from, as long as you've got a message and people relate to it, then they'll gravitate to it.
For sure, and it's cool now that like lots of Perth rappers and shit will be working with Sydney dudes and that.
There is a bit more unity where it was a bit more divided back then. Like, I've come to Perth, done shows with several of the rappers that you just mentioned and stuff, and they're likewise and stuff, so which is good, you know what I mean? Because we don't, as Aussie hip hop, we don't really need to be divided. We're all on the same page. We're all trying to do the same shit.
Yeah, for sure.
So Jay Samuel says he loves the older tracks like Money Issues and Wooden Cross. Should do some more similar.
Sick. There'll be a bit of everything on this album, man. So. Cop it.
Curtis Thun said, you are one of the dopest artists out. You write the realest shit. So I want to know, what's your most heartfelt and deep song to you?
Thanks, man. And probably Jordan or Vapor of Darkness, and there's a few on this album too that are pretty close to me.
Matthew Daniel said, hey Complete, been listening to you for years, brother. Your music has helped me through a lot of dark times. Much love. He said, P.S. Who can rip a fatter cone? I got 50 that says Complete will outsmoke you.
Shit, man, I'll save you money. I don't even smoke ganja anymore, Matthew, so I probably wouldn't do it very good.
You owe me 50, Matthew Daniels. Luke Cameron said, favourite track from While We Wait?
Shit, probably Vapor of Darkness. I mean, Jordan's on it too, but Jordan's also on the album, so I won't count that.
Shay Amber said, what music are you currently listening to?
Fuck, man, I usually just chuck a playlist on and just let it,
If you, like, what's your go-to music these days? Like, your classic that, it'll never get old for you. Some of your favourite artists?
Yeah, Eminem, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always go back to the classic, that whole fucking G-Unit era.
Yeah.
But I listen to lots of, underground, it's like Merc. I listen to Mercules a bit. And then just random songs. I listen to lots of Aussie shit too. Drafter, Curse. Fucking. Yeah, just whatever's good.
She also wants to know, what's your favourite food?
My favourite Meagering noodles, bro.
That's a stupid question. Luca Kennedy said, "Hope things are being well, bro. What has been the biggest part in your recovery, and any advice in recovery and mental health?"
Yeah, right. Well, man, fuck, it's just still an ongoing battle for me, kind of. Like, I've just learnt lots of little techniques to kind of help me, but it's still a long way to go to where I want to be, you know, mentally, and especially with the alcoholism shit. So yeah, I'm just taking it day by day, and sometimes that's what you got to do, just take it day by day and fucking...
Everyone's battle's different, but, you know, try and avoid taking drugs and find what triggers it inside yourself and maybe work from there, I guess.
For sure, yeah.
Corey Wallace said he wants to say cheers for making the music you make, it's dope as fuck, and a lot of it is relatable for him. Keep pushing on, bro. You're dead set of beast, and you deserve all the shine you get.
Oh, my brother. Cheers.
Terrence Carroll said, "What's your favourite town or city you've played at?"
Oh shit. I hate these questions because all the other cities get pissed off.
Well, last night would have been a pretty big...
Well, last night, the Hilltop show was fucking amazing. But, man, like, we get pretty good crowds everywhere, man. Every cunt's fucking always into it, but Adelaide and Perth always seem to do the most numbers.
Yeah, Adelaide and Perth, yeah. I find everywhere that it's, like, warm, that they fucking turn out.
Yeah.
Turn out and turn up.
For sure.
Kane Turner said, "What's the roughest situation you've ever been in? How'd you get out of it?"
Roughest situation? Fuck. It's hard to just like pinpoint shit, but it's just a whole of my just mental shit, man. Like after a breakup, maybe, and just being down in that dump for so long, or some like family shit.
Yeah. A lot of people seem to have the same thing. It's not easy going through breakups and stuff.
Yeah, breakups are always a bit fucking...
And then finding yourself and getting back into being independent when you get used to something and stuff. And like,
yeah.
You know.
Man, you know, fucking nothing's like... I look at like everything is fixable though.
Yeah.
Time can heal all, and you just got to remember that.
And everything changes as well.
Yeah.
Matt Boney said, "What made you decide to write the Humpty Dumpty track? I mean, I fucking love it. And just imagine there's a mad story behind you writing that song."
Humpty Dumpty, man, I wanted to take a children's song and kind of make it sadistic, and I thought Humpty Dumpty would be a cool thing because of the whole wall, falling off the wall and shit.
Crackhead.
Be cool. Yeah.
Travis Combs says, "What's your process for writing music and getting in the zone to record music?"
I'll fucking spend like 10 hours trying to find a fucking beat, usually, and then it depends on the song, man. If I'm just barring out, I'll just fucking start and keep going. But if it's like a track like Jordan or, you know, a few other ones like storytelling, I'll usually get a concept right. I'll know how I want to start it, and I'll know how I want it to finish.
Yeah.
Put the little twist at the end.
Yeah.
And then just kind of bring it together like that.
Yeah, just work it through.
Yeah.
Kira Swift said, "Do your family support your music?"
Yeah, for sure. They've always been supportive. Like, it's only my mum's side, you know. I don't know my dad's side, so... And I'm an only child too, so it's like fucking... I was always just the one kid, and they've always been like, you know, fucking, yeah, just do what you want.
Well, Kira Swift also had a question saying, "How was your life growing up?" So that might relate to what you just said.
Yeah, man, I could not fault my family at all. You know, my mum, they've been through some shit with me, bro. I feel bad for them, but like I said, mum used to take me to the gigs and shit because they wouldn't let me fucking in if she didn't.
Well, they must have seen that the positive impact the music had on you and how determined you were to, like, you know, either distract you or maybe... Do you reckon they seen it as a possible career path at the time, or more just...
I don't know at the time if they thought it would like turn into what it has, but what I was doing before I got sick, you know, was just a bunch of dumb shit. So it's like, at least he's not in the streets fucking doing this shit now. He's actually trying to do something with his life.
If we don't support him, he's going to just fucking go through us.
Yeah, pretty much.
Miles E said, "When are you and Cogs collaborating again?"
We did a track recently. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say when it's out, but it'll be out.
Be out soon.
Yeah.
Finn N.E. said, "How did you come up with the idea for Jordan?"
Yeah, like I said before, pretty much just I wanted to vent, but I didn't want to do the same usual shit. So I thought, all right, let's make a concept out of it. And yeah, I just thought it'd be cool to do the whole talking to your inner demon and your fucking, you know, whatever you want to call it, your anxiety, your doubt, just that, you know.
It's a very touchy subject, suicide. How do you think? Like, it seems a lot of people are very responsive and must relate to that.
Yeah.
Do you think it's like touchy talking about that in general to people that might be going through that shit? Do you think it can push someone away, or do you think it'd help them more?
Yeah, it depends how you talk about it, man. Like, that's why I made sure in the Jordan video at the end, you drop the nose and walk away, you know?
Yeah, I noticed that you don't actually, it doesn't lead to a conclusion.
It's fine. I think it's good to talk about it. If you're feeling suicidal, you need to talk about it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're out there and you feel like you're going through shit, or you're not sure what you're going through, you know what I mean? Just, like, maybe see a doctor and just, I don't know, just stay off the crack.
That's what friends are for too, bro. Like,
that's true. That's true. Yeah. And sometimes when you like, say you're an only child, you've come out, you've said some of your most personal issues, and you've had the reception from Australia, which could now become your fan base and support you. And then, did you find that was medicine in its own?
Oh, for sure, bro. Yeah, just knowing. You know, it helps me just as much as people say it helps them. Just knowing there's other people like that, it's like a little family kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get the same shit. People say like your music saved my life, and I'm like, music saved my life as well. So it's like
you let me do this music shit.
Exactly. Like if you can get something out of it, and fucking I can get something out of it, then we're all good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He also wants to know what's the possibility of you and Cheapy doing a song.
Me and Cheapy done a few, but I'm always happy to collab with Cheapy, man. He's a sick one.
Toby Caster said you're going to tour off the new album?
Yep. So I'm going to tour probably January-ish, do the Death Rattle tour, so that'll be sick.
Tim Ingren said, big fan of Completes. I just want to know who's his favourite graph artist is and why.
Man, fucking to be honest, I wouldn't even have a clue.
Jared Pay said, what's your dream collaboration?
Oh shit. Probably like a Draft Hilltops and Eminem on the same track.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be sick.
Jake Park said, can you help me shelf a pinger, and if not, why?
Because I got dirty fingers, bro. You wouldn't want me to do that.
Ethan Doveston said, who in Perth do you think will be the next big thing?
Besides my own crew, I think fucking Shadow's doing a great job of it, and there's a bunch of other new dudes as well that are just killing it, but fuck, it's hard to just pick one, man. It'll be interesting to see over the next couple of years the boys doing their shit and see where it takes them, you know?
Cody Max says, what was it like having your run-in with Eminem's manager?
That was fucking crazy.
So, do you want to explain how that happened?
Yeah, so obviously M was coming, and I'm like, fuck, it'd be sick to try and give my album to like either M or his manager Paul. And so me and my friend like fucking went to the airport and shit, tried all this shit, went to like Crown thinking they were going to stay there. They didn't, and we just tried this one hotel because someone mentioned it, and we're chilling out the front for like 5 minutes, and suddenly fucking Paul Rosenberg gets out of the car. I'm like, holy fuck. And I shout myself, I'm like, fuck, I gotta do it. Went in after him, I go, hey man, sorry to interrupt, you know, I just wanted to give you my demo. He's like, oh, sick, and he was hell chilled about it, asked me my name and shit, and that was that.
And that just demonstrates your hunger, like you're willing to go above and beyond to get to these people. Like myself, like the stories of like me doing songs with Snoop and all this shit, it ain't just like, hey Snoop, you want to do a fucking song? It's fucking getting through doors, getting to the right people, getting getting referred to or whatever, and really putting yourself out there. And you're like, sometimes when you got to be out there with, started from the bottom, hand out CDs to fucking, you know what I mean?
Like, you got to take a risk to fucking reap the reward, you know?
100%. Tyrone Ground said, did you bash the manager at Macca's for putting pickles on your burger?
No, I didn't bash him, just dissed him.
Heath Potts said, is a Big Mac with no pickles fictional?
A Big Mac with no pickles? It shouldn't be, but it seems like it these days, yeah.
Amber Blaze said, did she really smell like roses, and did you really smell like smoke?
I definitely smell like smoke, and she smelled pretty.
You ever going to come to Newcastle?
Yeah, definitely. I'll definitely do a Newie show on my tour.
When can they expect you to see you hit Australia for your tour? When can we expect your tour? Have you got any venues locked in?
No, that'll be the next step, boys. But it will be around January, Feb.
Chronic Stewart said, how is your mental health today compared to when you first started making music? Better in some regards and worse in some regards. But, yeah, it's a day-by-day thing, man. Some days I feel fucking great. Some days I'm like, fuck, how did it come to this? So Nathan Rourke said, what are some of your goals and aims in rapping? Like, compared to when you first started, compared to today, how many boxes have you ticked off in your...
So fuck, man, many more than I thought I would have. But the sky's the limit, man. I'll never be happy because I just want to keep fucking going and rising and.
Yeah, well, it seems like every track you do, you're trying to be the best version of you and try and, you know what I mean, it's got more lyrical as it's gone on, you know what I mean?
Just want to be, the best I can be.
That's it.
Yeah. I wouldn't say never be happy, because I am happy, but never be content. Yeah,
it's hard. Like, as an artist, you should strive to do better than your last song, otherwise you're just going to get lazy.
Yeah.
That's when cunts fall. Most cunts, when they get rich, they get fucking that shit.
Yeah, 100%.
You gotta have that hunger. Josh Phillips says, when can we expect a complete Mercury's track?
It'll definitely happen. Like, we've actually recorded some shit together, we just haven't released it yet, but yeah, soon.
Gypsy Brett Tell said, I just want to ask, is he okay? I'm loving all the new shit, but listening to his lyrics, I feel like some cunt should at least ask if he's okay.
Cheers, man. But yeah, I'm alright. I'm good at the moment.
Rich Dolan said, do you still got those bloodstained Nikes?
Nah, man, I fucking hang them up, I reckon. I'm trying to just focus on more positive shit now. I got enough worries instead of worrying about fighting cunts.
So the complete, when he first started to the complete now, what's the difference?
A bit more mature. I've realised the important things more, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Friends, family, music, that's all I really give a shit about. Everything else can kind of take the fucking backseat.
That's it. And you've spent many years in the game, and it's a true test to show that hard work does pay off. Is there any messages you'd give to anyone that's up and coming at the moment that might have been where you were when you first started?
Yeah, fucking just don't lose hope with it, because you don't know what's going to happen, you know? Like, fuck, I never expected to get a message from fucking Hilltops.
Yeah.
Wake up, what the fuck?
Or Bobby with them and them's manager, or...
Yeah, or any of the shit that happens.
Yeah.
It's all pretty surreal, so even if it seems like it's not working, you don't know what the future holds, so just fucking keep at it.
Yeah. Well, that's the Fortnightly report for another night. Thanks for coming down.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Hopefully a lot of the fans got their questions answered, and a lot of people got to know who Complete is. Your new album's coming out on what date?
September 27th will be available, JB Hi-Fi, online.
Man, pre-order that shit, get that shit. Check out for his tour coming up. You're touring with Mercury's, your socials, your Instagram.
Yeah, Complete Perth, Instagram.
Yeah.
Complete Facey.
And Facebook, and that's it. Thanks for another night.
Peace.